Hey everyone, I'm the founder of WeWrite, Jamie Gray, and I am happy to announce that we are getting back into development and we are very close to having a demo out for you guys to play around with. In this video, I wanted to go over some of the main features of WeWrite, and as you can tell, I am using Notion right now, which we are going to fully replace with WeWrite once it's ready. Top thing is that every page is a fundraiser. So if you write 100 pages, you've written 100 GoFundMe's or Kickstarters. There's this floating donation bar, and that's the main social mechanic. Instead of likes and comments or whatever, you're gonna put your money where your mouth is. You're gonna say, I like this page 20 cents a month, $20 a month, however much you want. So that is kind of the main thing. Collaborative. It's a wiki approach, so anybody can get into your pages and suggest edits. If you're in a community together, then you can kind of skip moderation and you can collaboratively work on things together, kind of like a Wikipedia style answer to Substack. Like Substack is just one author. They post it out, they put it into the universe. Wikipedia is this collaborative effort. So I think, if we all had our little Wikipedias, it might create interesting outcomes. Social communities, so kind of like friends, families, churches. You can have a social community that owns a bunch of pages. There's different levels of privacy and sharing on pages. Everything by default is private. That's just kind of like a safety mechanism to ensure that nothing crazy gets out. And then you can share it with specific people or lists of people. And you can also use it like Substack and publish an essay or publish your thoughts or whatever in front of everybody. So kind of the competitors, like there's a lot of overlap, but we're kind of trying to string it all together into one cohesive whole. So like private, most of your Apple notes are private. Most of your Obsidian notes are private. Obviously, Apple has some level of sharing, but WeWrite is trying to be like a social platform where it's like fun for everybody to be like getting into each other's essays and whatever. So Apple Notes has sharing, but it's not really like a social platform. Shared, good for friend groups and families. Families can keep their lore and, all the trips they've been on, all of the, things that they're planning, all of the funny things that crazy uncle always says and stuff like that. Friend groups, same thing. It's like a world building experience. And then public, obviously, like if you're a journalist or whatever, you can publish. Got high risk users, so like journalists, whistleblowers, dissidents. Thomas Paine, trying to build something for Thomas Paine. Pages, evolution over time, so like kind of like GitHub, except GitHub is super clunky and ugly to look at. Like you can see all the commits over time, and even this isn't very visual. Like it's, they show a diff view, but I don't even know how to go to the previous diff. With WeWrite, it's going to be like you swipe and you see like a time lapse of how the page changed over time, which is going to be sick. And we're even going to add haptics to this, so it'll feel like as you swipe through the different versions. If you do want to hide the versions or whatever, you kind of just got to make a new page. Like you just copy everything and paste it into a new page so it's fresh. So yeah, that's just a random aside. Interlinked pages, in the same way that I can kind of go down the rabbit hole of this Notion and everything's interlinked. This is what I want everybody to be writing, these complex interlinked pages, which is way better than social media. Social media is like a post, a single post on a feed, and everybody's just competing, making all this noise. This way, you can string together a whole bunch of cohesive thoughts into a cohesive whole. Notes on the map. So every page has two custom fields, which is location and date. The location can be used to place pages on the map. The map views can be scoped to like a page list or a community or a user or whatever. Users will not be on the map, will never request your location ever. So just don't be a fool and don't dox yourself if you're trying to avoid that. Notes on the calendar, if you add the date field, you can put it on the calendar. We can also have calendars of when you created those pages too. And then no ads. This goes all the way back to the original donation mechanic where every page is a fundraiser. We won't need ads. WeWrite itself will probably take a percentage of all transactions, but no ads. It creates perverse incentives. So yeah, that's kind of the main features. This is going to become like a landing page eventually. And right now we're just working through all of the requirements and the product glossary. We've got some engineers working on things. We're building like an MVP. We're also doing some stuff in Rust, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, if you believe in this project, if you think it's kind of a cool concept, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how you use it in the comments below. And please hit up the Open Collective link so you can become a supporter. We already have a few supporters. Some of the devs are in here too. And yeah, follow us everywhere. Get into our Discord. Happy to hear how you'd want to use WeWrite and what sorts of features you'd want to requests as we're kind of in this early stage. Glad to be back at it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.